So single family homes are detached homes, like the outside walls of them are not connected to anyone else's home, um, and they're intended to have only one household live in them. I know sometimes that doesn't happen for certain circumstances, but ideally, a single family home is for a single family. Um, so our first type of single family home is a modular home. Um, so modular homes are built in boxes or rooms, like they're built in boxes, like in sections, and usually the sections are made up of like 1 to 2 rooms. And those boxes are shipped to your land and they're assembled on the site. So here is a picture of like the boxes. There's one box, a second box, a third box. Um, and here's a trailer that like the boxes came on, that they're shipped on, or I guess it's still shipped. And then they are set in place on the land. Like the second story is picked up. Well, it's picked up with a crane no matter what. But this is the second story, and it's just going to get set on top of this box. And when it's all finished, it'll look. These are not the same house, but this is a modular home that is finished. So you can see that like it just looks like an everyday house. No one would know that it was shipped to the land on a trailer or in boxes or built in a factory or anything like that. These two videos are really cool to watch. So be sure you do that. A mobile home is similar in that it is also built in a factory in pieces and pulled to the lot on its own wheels instead of on a trailer. But it's only pulled there in 1 or 2 pieces. So this is where we get the name single wide from and double wide from, the 1 or 2 pieces. They're technically mobile. That's where they get that name also. Because you can barely see right here in this picture, there's still like a trailer tongue that you could hook a big old truck up to and move it. Like if you were moving towns or whatever, you could technically take this house with you, with some prep work and disassembling. And same with your double wide, you would just have to see where these little two white fences are. They each have a little trailer tongue right there. A tiny home is any home that is under 400 square feet. Now, this is probably what you think of when you think of tiny home. That's like the typical look. This is what the interior of one of those can commonly look like. Of course, they're not going to all look the same on the inside, but that's a pretty common setup to like have your loft bedroom upstairs, a little kitchen, bathroom somewhere that we can't see. And look how the stairs are being doubled as drawers or cabinets. You can see the knobs on them. That's a really common thing to do in tiny houses. But then this is what we call a geodesic dome. And it doesn't have the same look as this, and that's okay. So tiny homes are not always this look. It could be a garage converted into a house. It could be a storage building converted into a house. It could be a camper. It could be just a literal teeny tiny house. As long as it's under 400 square feet, which is roughly 20 by 20, then it is technically a tiny home. A custom home just means it's unique, it's custom. If you hired an architect to design this house for you because you wanted a home so unique that no one else had it, then you would be getting a custom home. Then a contractor would build that for you. By doing this custom home, you'd be getting very specific needs that you wanted. You'd be getting like really cool features, like look at the slope of this roof line right here. These arches on both of these houses are unique features. Look at all of the fun patterns and designs in the brickwork and the different materials. Like these are not things that you see on just like every house in a neighborhood. These are very specific features that someone creative and artistic, the architect, decided to put in your home design, and that's what makes it a custom home. And so it's not built in a factory. No one else has it. It's built on your land. Sometimes you'll hear this referred to as stick built, meaning like it's built stick by stick, piece by piece. And this video that I'll give you is also really cool time lapse of a custom home being built. Tract house is the last single family home, but it's multiple houses of a similar style. They're built on what we call a tract of land, which just means a small piece of land, and these basically become subdivisions. So if you've ever been to Riverstone, you've seen tract houses. So essentially what happens is they've got maybe, like 20 designs of houses that you can choose from when you're having one built here. And so maybe you choose design number 18. There might be 50 other people in your neighborhood, if it's the size of Riverstone, that have design number 18. But all you're allowed to change about it is like maybe the exterior color, the color of the rock, the roof color, and maybe you could like flip flop which direction the sides are facing or something like that. So you've got like this generic template that you have to use, and you can only change certain things about it. So that's where the similar style comes from. And the fact that it's on a tract of land. The small pieces of land, all those little houses back to back like this, is what makes tract houses.